Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, a little bit of a weather event on the way tomorrow night into early Thursday. The threat of locally heavy rainfall and a severe weather threat for most of Acadiana. But as you go farther to the north and west, flooding rain's a distinct possibility. The models are hot and bothered on activity across eastern Texas into western and central Louisiana. We'll show you the latest output coming up in just a bit. First off, big picture, we got this upper level low that's over by New Mexico and Arizona. It's slow moving because it's cut off from the jet stream, which is up here, up toward Montana and the Dakotas. So slow moving low, active subtropical jet stream out ahead of it, feeding high level moisture from the Pacific. And then we're going to have moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico as that high pressure ridge breaks down in the Gulf. And that means very heavy rains between the high and the low, and that's Texas and eventually Louisiana. Now, as we take a look at the radar satellite composite this evening, lots in the way of showers and storms off to the north, but more activity as we get down towards South Texas, where we're seeing the first in what I think is going to be a series of weather watch areas. Severe thunderstorm watch from San Antonio on southward. Those watch areas will gradually be migrating eastward and eventually getting into Louisiana. In fact, by this time tomorrow night, I do think we might see a tornado watch and or severe thunderstorm watch in the at least the western part of the state and maybe the rest of Acadiana during the wee morning hours of Thursday. Here are the flood watches that are posted now. They've been expanded back to the south and west, all the way San Antonio here, Austin here on eastward. And late this afternoon, we did have an upgrade to flood watches for portions of western Cameron, all of Calcasieu, Beauregard, Vernon, Allen, Rapides parishes on northward. That's from 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon to 1 o'clock Thursday, which by 1 o'clock Thursday, I think most of the heavy duty weather is going to be over with, but it's going to be pretty rough in this part of the world, just north and west of Acadiana proper. So here we are with Futurecast, mostly cloudy and mild overnight tonight. 71 is the lowest we're going to go overnight through lunchtime, relatively quiet. I got about a 20% chance in for noon, and then watch what happens as we get into the latter part of the afternoon. Showers and storms begin to fire up. Threat of severe weather here with this initial line of showers and storms. I think that's where the greatest risk of severe weather will be through this entire weather event. And then that one impulse moves off to the north and east, and then another one develops over the same area. So that means some large accumulating rain totals. As it moves through Acadiana early Thursday morning, we have rain chances near 90–100%. But notice a lot of the organization falls apart and the storms will continue to progress eastward. But we will see a severe weather threat more than likely up until about noon or 1 o'clock on Thursday. By Thursday afternoon, drier air moving in. Looking good for Friday into the weekend. So here's the latest 12-kilometer model showing us where the heaviest rain threats are going to be, and the output is getting pretty boisterous. 6, 7, 8 inches of rain. Anything in yellow is pushing 8 inches of rain, not nearly as much across most of Acadiana. And then we look at the 4-kilometer model, higher resolution model, and pretty much the same spirit as the last several models I've showed you. An inch or two most of Acadiana, but then you go farther north and west, you get into yellow. That's 8 inches. Then you push some pink. That's 10 inches. So some folks are going to get way too much rainfall in a very short period of time, maybe in a 12-hour window. So serious flooding to our north and west. The models aren't this good where the exact numbers are going to be exact at the exact locations, but the spirit of what we're saying is the highest rain amounts off to our north and west. And all that rain is going to feed into the Red River, the Mississippi, the Sabine, going into the Atchafalaya and the Calcasieu River basins. So the water levels are going to be high on the local rivers and stay high and getting higher again into April. Severe weather threat, there is a slight risk of all modes of severe weather for Acadiana. I would think northern portions of Acadia northwestward will have the greatest risk of damaging winds, maybe a few isolated tornadoes, and this area right here may get upgraded to an enhanced level. Check out my Facebook Live I did tonight. I kind of explained a lot of this stuff also as well. Going into Thursday, severe weather risk moves eastward, and then things quiet down. Tonight, breezy and mild, maybe a shower, but 10%, no higher than that. No higher than 30% through tomorrow afternoon. Any storms that get going in the western part of the area we'll have to keep an eye on. we might see a brief spin up. So 82 the projected high tomorrow. And as we go into tomorrow night and into Thursday, a 90 to 100% chance of rain and storms. Clearinghouse looks good for Good Friday. The weekend, Easter weekend, looks great as well. Comfortable temperatures and humidity this weekend with highs in the 70s and lows at night in the low to mid 50s.